What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a review, and I am continuing on my review series of the Final Destination franchise. Talked about the original movie in my previous videos, so definitely go look at that. Today we're going to talk about Final Destination 2, again in this pack, from 2003. And I will say this right now, this is my favorite of the franchise. I used to put this as my second or third favorite, but it has went up as my favorite of the franchise. And while it's not as original compared to the first movie, because like I talked about in that first movie, or with that first movie, during that slasher era, that was one of the most original movies that we had between 96 and 2005, where death was coming after you instead of a slasher killer. So this one, while it's not as original as far as death coming after people, it is still surprising. It's still effective, and I think this has some of the most creative kills in the series, and it's also the most entertaining movie and has the better story. So, not taking away from the original movie or some of the other films that came after this, but I still love this movie, and I love it even more now. So the plot of the film, again, surrounds a group of people. In the original, they were a group of friends. This is a group of strangers that are all involved in a traffic accident, and several people die. However, like in the original movie, a group of people survive because of one woman in this movie who has a premonition that an accident's going to happen on Highway 180. And so after they all survive the opening accident, death, again, one by one, comes after these people. However, there's a twist in each one of these films, and if I remember correct, it's hard to explain, but if one life is born, everybody else is saved. Again, could be wrong. Really bad at describing some plots, but that's the idea of this movie, is that there's that twist there. So anyway, again, I love this. This is my favorite of the franchise now. It's always been one of my favorites, but was never like my, favorite of all time. I always put the original up against all the other movies. However, I feel like while I love the characters in the original, I love these characters too, our lead characters. I think they're great in this. In this movie, you have our lead character, but you have the returning character played by Ali Lauder, who played Claire, or Clear, and she's coming to help this new group of people try to survive death, how to overcome from dying, and she gives a strong performance in this. I think Ali Lauder is definitely the best thing about this movie. But overall, great performance in this. Great performances in this movie. You overall really like these characters. I can't think of a character that I dislike in this movie. So there's some great characters. As far as the kills go, I think the kills are the most inventive here. Again, you see it the first time and it's really surprising. After you watch it again over and over, you know what's going to happen. But I had not seen this movie in quite a long time. This is a franchise in general that I really didn't, watch within the last 5 years. Probably just the first one. And I loved the kills in this. They were creative. They were very creative kills. And again, I kind of like the plot twist of, if someone's born, the lives of others are saved pretty much, or so you think. So yeah, great, twist in the Final Destination, concept. Again, great kills, great cast. Let's see, what else can I talk about this movie? Surprising stuff when you first see this movie. Not just the kills themselves, but there's some good and some heart wrenching twists and turns throughout this movie. So there's some good emotion here too. So I love Final Destination 2. it is without a doubt my favorite one. This at this time the franchise was still really strong. Later on, again, you'd get that one movie that kind of just fell under the radar, or kind of just made the series go down. But there was a return as well. So we'll talk about that later on in this review series. But Final Destination 2, my favorite one of the franchise. Absolutely love it. And if you haven't seen it in a while, like I did, go and watch it. It's worth checking out. So hope you're all doing well. As always, you all are awesome. You all rock. And with a positive, out with a negative. I'll talk to y'all soon. And much love to you all. Bye, everybody.